I just want to be Ja.
Ja Morant has been suspended for a second time after once again appearing to flash a gun on social media.
Not many NBA stars have the kind of potential Ja Morant has, and not many upcoming stars can command the kind of aura Ja commands. But the young prodigy's career didn't even start before he started facing a mountain of issues. He is definitely fighting many demons this season, and if you ask anyone that knows him, the response will be the same. It's a very sad NBA season for Ja Morant. Well, join us in this video as we explore how bad and sore Morant's season has gotten. Ja Morant's troubles and his suspensions. Ja Morant, the dynamic point guard of the Memphis Grizzlies, has graced the NBA stage with the elegance of a panther and the intensity of a lightning bolt. His breathtaking dunks, elusive crossovers, and confident style have transformed Memphis into a basketball hub. However, Ja's narrative extends beyond dazzling plays. It's a tale of decisions, consequences, and navigating the challenges of fame. At just 24 years old, this basketball sensation hasn't been immune to trouble. In March 2023, a video surfaced on Instagram Live showing him with a firearm, resulting in an 8-game suspension from the NBA. His missteps continued in May when another video surfaced, this time leading to a more severe punishment, a 25-game suspension at the start of the 2023-24 season. What caused this talented young star to stumble? Some attribute it to the allure of rapid fame and the pitfalls that accompany youth and stardom. Others point to the struggle of staying grounded amid the whirlwind of adulation. Whatever the reason, Ja's off-court choices have cast a shadow over his on-court brilliance. The repercussions of these incidents extend beyond missed games and financial losses. Ja Morant is an icon for Memphis, a symbol of hope for a city yearning for success. He's transcended being merely a basketball player. He represents possibility. With great success comes great responsibility, and Ja's actions have compelled him to confront this reality head-on. Yet, under the weight of pressure, Ja hasn't crumbled. He's taken accountability for his mistakes, apologized to fans and the league, and committed to change. Seeking counseling and actively demonstrating his dedication to personal growth, Ja is on a journey to regain the trust he lost. For 25 agonizing games, Ja missed the roar of the crowd, the squeak of sneakers on the court, and the electric atmosphere of game nights in Memphis. A spectator at his own team's performance, he longed for the thrill of competition. Then, on a Tuesday night in New Orleans, the king returned to his throne, and the NBA witnessed a spectacle reminiscent of a Hollywood script. The atmosphere in the Smoothie King Center crackled with anticipation even before tip-off. Ja Morant, with his familiar grin and fiery eyes, emerged, greeted by a deafening roar from the crowd. It wasn't just a basketball game, it was a city, a franchise, and a fan base hoping for a triumphant return. Ja, with his dazzling play and unwavering spirit, offered more than a happy ending. He delivered a story of redemption, of a king reclaiming his crown. However, this isn't the conclusion of the tale. The road ahead for Ja Morant is challenging, filled with obstacles and lofty expectations. Can he sustain this focus and determination? Can he lead the Grizzlies to the heights they aspire to reach? Only time will unveil the answers. Ja's journey ahead is far from smooth. Balancing his commitment to the game and community, he must confront doubts and the relentless glare of the spotlight. It's an arduous test, one few in his position have faced. Yet, if Ja can channel the same determination and grit from the court into his personal and professional life, he may emerge from this challenging chapter stronger and wiser. The off-court issues, however, are not the only tragedies facing Ja Morant. As a matter of fact, they may only be a spoon of water in his ocean of troubles. Let's see a season-ending injury. Ja Morant's devastating shoulder injury. Ja Morant's triumphant return to the Memphis Grizzlies on December 19th set the stage for a potential resurgence, injecting a much-needed spark into the team's season. The subsequent 4-game winning streak, highlighted by victories against formidable opponents like the New Orleans Pelicans, ignited a wave of optimism among fans. However, fate took an unexpected turn. On January 8th, a somber announcement from the Grizzlies shattered the newfound hope. Ja Morant, the dynamic point guard, underwent season-ending shoulder surgery due to a torn labrum. While the prognosis carried a cautiously optimistic tone, assuring fans of a full recovery ahead of the 2024-25 season, the setback was undeniably disappointing given Morant's impact on the court. Despite playing only 9 games this season, Morant faced the adversity with resilience, finding a silver lining in the situation. Breaking his silence on the injury, Morant shared an emotional post on Instagram, imparting a message of purpose and perseverance. What you went through has a purpose. so does your life. Focus on your life's purpose and you will get through this trying time. The significance of Morant's absence became glaringly apparent as the Grizzlies navigated the challenges without their star point guard. The season began on a rough note, with 6 consecutive losses and a modest 6-19 record in the initial 25 contests during Morant's suspension, which was a consequence of an Instagram Live video featuring him with a handgun. However, the narrative took a positive turn with Morant's return as the team secured 4 consecutive victories. Despite subsequent inconsistencies, a potential playoff run remained within reach as long as the two-time All-Star stayed on the court. Unfortunately, fate intervened, cutting short Morant's season due to the shoulder injury. Despite the setback, the Grizzlies demonstrated resilience, overcoming obstacles even in the absence of key starters like Desmond Bane and Marcus Smart. A recent remarkable triumph saw the team missing 4 starters, shockingly defeating the Golden State Warriors. Yet, the road to the playoffs seems arduous for the Memphis Grizzlies with a 15-25 record and a challenging 4.5-game gap from a play-in spot. Despite the odds stacked against them, the team clings to the hope that better fortune will shine upon them in the remaining games of the season. However, as fans anxiously await Ja Morant's full recovery from the shoulder surgery, a whisper of concern lingers. Could this injury mark the conclusion of Ja's electrifying rise, bringing down the curtains on a career defined by gravity-defying dunks and impossible passes? It's a harsh possibility, and here's why some fear it could be true. Shoulder injuries, especially labrum tears, are notorious for their fickle nature. They're complex, finicky joints, and repairing them is delicate surgery. While success stories abound, there's always a lingering doubt. Will he regain his full range of motion? Will the explosiveness, the trademark Ja Morant magic, be dulled by a shadow of pain and hesitation? Though 24, Ja's game heavily relies on athleticism. He's a blur on the court, a human highlight reel. Age catches up to everyone, and even a slight dip in speed and agility could be devastating for a style built on outrunning and outjumping opponents. This injury puts that clock on fast forward, stealing precious years from his prime. As the curtain falls on the physical aspect of Ja Morant's shoulder injury, we delve into the intangible realm beyond the physical, the mental scar that often accompanies such setbacks. Returning from a major injury becomes a mental war zone, where confidence wavers and the specter of re-injury looms large. It's a narrative familiar to sports fans, witnessing stars grapple with rediscovering their rhythm, their once unwavering swagger now haunted by the ghosts of what was. Can Ja overcome these doubts and rediscover the joy that fuels his electrifying game? The doubt lingers, casting shadows on the prospect of his triumphant return. Compounding this challenge is the Grizzlies' dependence on Ja Morant. Memphis has crafted its identity around him. He's not just the star, he's the engine, the heart, and the soul of the team. Without him operating at full throttle, the Grizzlies morph into a different entity altogether. His absence exposes vulnerabilities, necessitates adjustments, and raises questions about the team's overall trajectory. Can Memphis reconstruct its winning formula around a potentially diminished Ja, or will his injury act as a catalyst for a broader shift in the team's dynamics? The uncertainties are palpable, and the team faces a crucial juncture. Furthermore, the NBA, a relentless shark tank of competition, does not wait for anyone. As Ja Morant recuperated on the sidelines, dazzling young stars like Scottie Barnes and Anthony Edwards seize the spotlight. The game evolves, becoming faster and more dynamic. And the question arises, can Ja keep pace, or will the league move forward, leaving him in its wake? The challenge is not only personal, but also a reflection of the ever-changing landscape of professional basketball. Amid the whispers of doubt notwithstanding, rays of optimism will pierce through the uncertainty. Ja Morant, young and driven, has himself surrounded by a support system that rivals a superhero team. His undeniable talent is a spark that no surgery can extinguish. Consider the stories of Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, and even Derrick Rose. All stars who face setbacks due to shoulder woes, but rose again, resilient and wiser. The path ahead is a labyrinth of doubt and hope, with the pivotal question not being, will Ja come back, but what Ja will come back as? Perhaps a nuanced version of the player we once knew, someone who's learned to play smarter, relying on basketball IQ and veteran craft more than raw athleticism. It's possible that he'll return even better, sharpened by adversity, his hunger intensified by the time lost. Time, the ultimate arbiter, holds the key to whether Ja's injury signifies the end of an era or the prologue to a new chapter. But one thing is certain, counting him out is a perilous bet. This young king has faced giants before and has consistently found a way to ascend above the challenges. So let's embrace hope over fear, eagerly awaiting the moment when Ja Morant, the king of the sky, takes flight once again. As we ponder the twists in Ja's evolving career, share your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you foresee for the young maestro's future?